Good morning, citizens of the City of Bellevue, and welcome to this month's edition of Message from the Mayor. Today we are filming for one of 3 new housing developments located in the City of Bellevue. This one will be known as Autumn Glen. We also have Bennett Oaks, which will be located on Highway 484 near the library, and Belle Haven, which will be located on Baseline Road. Autumn Glen will boast approximately 300 new homes, Bennett Oaks will have approximately 400, and Belle Haven will have over 1,000. These 3 housing developments were platted and approved back in the early 2000s, and Bennett Oaks was approved approximately 10 years ago. At that time, they were getting ready to build, and the community was faced with a great recession beginning in 2008, and these developments were put on hold. However, at this point, being located between Ocala and the Villages, 2 of the fastest growing communities in the state of Florida, Bellevue presents an opportunity for much needed housing throughout our community, and so the developers have moved forward with providing this housing for many of our young families who are working in Ocala and the Villages. I know there are many concerns throughout the community about the impact that this growth is going to have on the city, and so today we're going to talk about some of the ways that the city mitigates the effects of that impact on our community. One of the things that we require these developments to do is to provide a traffic study before they start building, and so they will conduct a traffic study which is evaluated by a traffic engineer, and based on the results of that study, the developments are required to make certain improvements throughout the community in front of their developments. For example, here they're going to be required to put in a turning lane. In Belle Haven, they're going to be required to put in some turning lanes and a traffic light, and so measures like that help to offset some of that traffic impact. The city also requires impact fees to be collected in several areas. So for each house that is built, they have to pay a water and sewer impact fee, and this impact offsets some of the impact to our water and a sewer system and provides for the necessary money to add to and expand that system when needed. We also collect a Parks and Recreation impact fee, which puts money into the city's Parks and Recreation Fund in order to provide new recreational opportunities to accommodate our growing population. And we've currently implemented a police impact fee, which will help offset some of the impact to our law enforcement here in the community to deal with some of increased population issues that we may have based on these new developments. Also, in the case of Autumn Glen, the developer donated $50,000 to our local parks to use for whatever improvements we needed to make, and each new development is also required to provide park facilities within their own community, and so all of that lessens some of the impact to the rest of us in the community. In other news, we have on September 6th at 3 p.m. at the Community Center my Reading with the Mayor program for children, so please join me while I read a story to the children. We also provide some popsicles when they're done. We also have our September 11th Freedom Walk coming up on September 11th, which is on a Sunday. It will begin at 6 p.m. and we will have the pleasure of listening to Chief Holland, Chief McQuaig from the city of Denellen, and we will also have Senator Dennis Baxley and Representative Joe Harding joining us for that event. We will listen to them speak, we'll have some light refreshments, and we will take a solemn walk around the lake to honor our first responders, those who died in 9/11 and those who work hard for us each and every day here in the City of Bellevue and the surrounding community. And one more item just to be aware of what's happening when you see this. We're going to have several buildings being demolished here in the City of Bellevue. One is going to be the old Chamber building, which is located next to City Hall, and one is going to be the Community Center building at Cherokee Park. Both of these buildings are in disrepair and have a large amount of asbestos, which makes it cost prohibitive in order to repair them, and so they will be being demolished. And until next time, I hope everyone has a great day.